April 20th, 2025. I got up early, around 6:30 to get out the door by 6:45 so that I could head up to the Vancouver, Canada arm wrestling practice today at 10 a.m. And I had to go to Pat's first and meet up with him, and then he and I jumped in his car and headed up to that. And it was a small practice. They have what do they call it, provincials coming up next week, so a lot of their guys are resting, but there was a few guys that showed up and we had a good practice. It's always good to pull with Pat and the other couple other guys that were there. Got a little pulling in with those guys. Pretty good. Yeah, they felt good. And yeah, it's just good. I try to get a little more action on the arm, trying to condition myself a little bit. And it's great to catch up with Anthony, the guy that runs the club there, or the team there. And yeah, just good to see him and chat with those guys. And yeah, hanging out with Pat, it's always cool. Got to know him and his family a little better. Got to meet the wife and a couple kids, and yeah, they're just a cool family, doing some cool things, living a cool life. After that, I came home, but not home. I drove straight to dinner at 4 p.m. With the Walks, Willie and Kevin, and family dinner over there with Gina and Ben and Scott and James and a couple that I didn't know before, and eventually Dan showed up, and yeah, it was good. Great meal, fantastic food, and yeah, just good to relax and kind of catch up with everybody and inform them, of my plans to move, and just chat about various things in life. And yeah, it was good. It was nice, very needed. It's always good to interact with family and just kind of get to be yourself and just chill and just quality family time. After that, I came home and kind of got my graphic stuff kind of set back up, and it's not as late as it normally is. I'm kind of attacking this a little earlier than typical. I am a little zapped, so I'm gonna crash out here pretty soon, somewhere around midnight or so, and that'll be good. And yeah, have a good week ahead of me. I just had a good long conversation with Carlin. Always good to catch up with him and just kind of chat about challenges he's been dealing with and different elements of life and whatnot, on my end and on his end, and talking about the move and whatnot. And yeah, I think he's doing, he's running through some stuff, but I think he'll be good. He'll be in good shape here pretty soon, and kind of making moves for himself. I guess that leads me to my deep thought of the day, and I didn't write it down, but I just had that conversation, and I think it kind of, I don't know, he's had challenges with trying to determine if his acting teacher is really the right fit for him. And I think my encouragement was to maybe try somebody different and see how that might change things for him, how the different added perspective can help him kind of grow as an actor. And I think it led me to thinking about how alternative opinions are always valuable in some way or another. And I think we definitely want to, generally, we kind of avoid pain, I think, in the things that we do. But I think if we, and specifically in Carlin's situation where he wants to be an actor, if we go into a situation expecting some pain and some failure, that kind of frees us from that pain ahead of time in a way, so that we can actually just take the opinions as constructive perspective, whether it's actual criticism or not. And I think that's a valuable thing to kind of endeavor to do as we want to tackle new things in life in general. Just to, not that you have to expect the worst, but that you benefit by expecting the possibility of failure as a real thing, and being really almost planning for failure and what you will do if you do fail, so that you can essentially be prepared for if that eventuality happens to occur. Just a little planning goes a long way. Anyway, I guess the challenge that comes along with that, the call to action, would be thinking of something that you might do in life that's tough, that you've wanted to do for a while. Make a plan for what happens if you do fail. A plan for how you will react, a plan for how you will adapt, a plan for how you will learn from that, or how you will attempt to learn from that to move forward. And what maybe even is beyond that. What would be a different step, alternative step that complements that? I'm trying to think of maybe a thing that I could do. Well, I guess for me, like, my challenges right now are all dating related, and I've got plenty of failure happening in that realm. I guess, just I gotta be ready for the no's more than the yeses, and I gotta put myself out there more. So that's my challenge, my call to action to myself. Next time I have a good sense about a girl, is to make sure to let her know what my intentions are, so that she can decide if she wants to jump on the train with me, and we can start maybe building something together, or if I'm really not worth her time, let her make that decision, but at least present it so that I can either be rejected or accepted. All right, that's my TED Talk for today. Hopefully you all had a good time, and enjoy the week that's coming up. Until next time, take it easy.